Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Degenerates Among Us podcast. Today, in episode 7, we just mostly talked about fighting game stuff. A lot of fighting game news came out of the webworks while I've been busy. So, this is the episode dedicated to all the fighting fans. Also, Resident Evil 8 came out this week. Um, I just want to say congratulations on the Capcom developers for getting this game out. Sadly I was unable to play it due to other obligations, but I watched one of my great friends, aka Mr. Gamer, my boy Andre, playthrough. If you have not watched his whole thing, it is on his Twitch, www.twitch aka Mr. Gamer. Watch his whole shit. It was really fun watching it, and I hope you guys enjoy it and go over there and show him a lot of support and love. But this episode is going to be pretty long, so I highly recommend everybody look at the timestamp. Go in the timestamp before watching the whole entire video. We got a lot of different coverage, but this coverage was mostly on fighting game stuff. We had a long conversation on stuff about fighting games. But if you don't care for that, there's a lovely timestamp down in the description box below. Has every goddamn thing you want. Please go check it out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. Follow my bros on social media. Follow my boy Andre on his goddamn Twitch channel. We doing it big, guys. Looking forward to the next episode, because I gotta say we're gonna change up the formula a lot in the next episode. So, without further ado, this is episode 7. I hope you enjoy. First of all, you motherfucker, you gonna wait until I do these fucking intros, all right? You not gonna disrespect me like that, all right? You not gonna disrespect me like that. All right, so welcome everybody to another episode of the Degenerates Among Us podcast, episode 7. This time I actually remember the goddamn episode, unlike episode 6. But yeah, we are here. You're joined by my two brothers, Roy, the goddamn, I don't know what the hell call you, Mr. Hacker Man, Mr. Toothpick Man. I don't know what to call you anymore. Goddamn bum.
He's our in our group, our Mr. Robot.
Yeah, he's the Mr. Robot in our group. Creepy
basically, I'm basically Mr. Robot.
Creepy motherfucker. Anywho, JT, Mr. Gandara, Mr.
Steal your bitch.
Yeah, I'm about to steal you. Bitch.
Nah, I'm the man, JT Blackstar. We in here. We loving every single day. Single one of y'all. I hope y'all stay safe. Y'all doing y'all thing out there and loving all this content that we're getting, son.
Oh my god. Yes, we had a lot of content lately.
We've had a lot of content.
In terms of movies, terms of show, we've been getting video games.
And music.
Oh right. Didn't J. Cole's album came out?
Yeah, J. Cole. We got a little J. Cole, Nicki, even though Nicki's kinda like boring to me right now.
Oh my god, stop this.
She still makes music. I thought she was retired.
Listen.
Man, after this album, she better be retired.
Oh
wait, I thought she retired like years ago.
Bro, she had her baby.
Literally said she was retiring.
Yeah, because she wanted her baby or something, but I don't know the full story. I don't care.
No, nobody cares.
Shorty reloaded a mixtape. I don't know who's tight about that, but I am. I love the songs that are on there. Like those classic songs were like, yeah, throwback. But still, throwback is a throwback. There's nothing new to me. I could have found it on YouTube any other goddamn day. I don't care. Like, it was her dream for her mixtape to be just out there in the wild.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. If it's not J. Cole, nobody cares. Anywho, let's move. If it's not Jermaine Cole, nobody cares. Anywho,
Jermaine.
If you don't know how we do the podcast, we talk about video game news and we get straight into the points. We're gonna have timestamps for all this goddamn news, so let's just get straight into it. First topic of the day: So, guys, I know you motherfuckers, including myself, sadly, I had not had time to play Resident Evil Village. Did any of you guys, any of you guys play it? Or I think we all can admit we all watch Andre. Shout outs to Andre.
we watched his
Yeah,
live
I
stream.
mostly,
Yeah.
I mostly watch games.
we all had to sadly watch his live stream because I was busy and motherfuckers,
Yeah,
y'all all scaredy cats.
I don't have.
I
know.
I was
Yeah.
busy too. I was way too busy.
I don't have the game yet. I didn't play it, but I watched Andre's gameplay and I love it so far. I love his reactions and everything.
Yeah.
The reason I'm not gonna cop it yet, I haven't even gone through Resident Evil 2, so I'm ashamed of
All right,
myself.
well,
Yes, sad boy.
get the fuck off my
Like-
podcast. Nah.
I'm
Wait,
gonna like,
wait.
and
Didn't you
I'm a
say
whole
you didn't?
degenerate.
Wait, can I
Look,
just say?
I am a whole degenerate, my
Didn't
guy.
you
I'm
say-
going to do 2. I'm gonna play 3, and I'm gonna instantly just skip to
Didn't
like
you
8 or
say you
something.
didn't play 4?
I gotta play. Probably gotta play 4
Motherfucker,
too. Yeah.
you gotta play the best one, 4.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be on some degenerate shit.
No,
I'm gonna play 2. I'm gonna play 2, skip to 4, and then I already played 6 a long time ago. So I'm just gonna go straight to
Just
this
skip
8.
3? Do them like that?
Nah, yeah.
No.
You're gonna do them like that.
We're gonna play
dirty. That's dirty. That's dirty.
Nobody cares about the remake. Anywho, so Resident Evil Village came out last week actually, and it was pretty. It was pretty good. I liked it. I liked in terms of a story and watching it. In terms of,
I'm lying. You loved it.
I really like it in terms of watching it as a spectator. It was really cool, like watching like Andre like navigate that game so perfectly, like a professional.
I mean, he is a professional.
Yeah, he really made it. Like, I don't think he really died in the whole entire playthrough. So shout outs to him.
When
He did.
I watched him,
Good.
I think I've
He
watched
did,
him play
yeah.
Resident Evil 2. I
Mhm.
played him watch Resident Evil 2, and I have Resident Evil 2, and me going through that game, so different because I suck. I was like,
It's just
like-
a difference. It's just a difference in experience. Like Andre
Yeah.
does it. He, like that,
Like,
that's
that
his
ass.
thing.
He literally
That's
that's
his
his thing.
signature
That's
game.
his thing. Yeah,
His
that's
little signature
That's
game.
the thing. But anywho, so sadly, we got some sad news. Well, potential sad news for Capcom. Capcom might have to pay some goddamn people off because one of the monster designs in the game is beat for beat, bar for bar, a copy of this 2012 Frankenstein Army
That was 13.
monster. 2013?
Right.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
2013.
Yeah.
Yes, 2013 Frankenstein monsters. So, to give people a little context, halfway through the game, spoilers for this game. Halfway through the game, you get to what is it? Like, I would say
Boss fight.
a boss fight. You get to a boss fight where this enemy has like a propeller for a head.
It's propeller for a head.
Yeah, a propeller
He just
for a head.
rampages at you.
And he keeps rampaging at you. And it's actually a kind of a cool boss fight. I actually like the boss fight a lot. But then the director was like, motherfucker, that looks exactly like my design. And if you actually look at
Watch
the
it.
design,
it's kind of
it looks exactly the same. And I was like,
yeah.
Even the way they fight it is pretty much exactly the same.
and it bursts
Yeah,
into
it-
fire
It
exactly the
burns into
same.
the
I
fire
was
exactly
like,
the same. I was like,
no.
oh no. I was like, Capcom, who was
Why you
who was
why
not
you
on
doing
top of
this?
Yeah,
Like,
Why you doing
that's
this?
straight up plagiarism, Capcom. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it kind of was, but the thing is, the only
They stayed
subtle-
silent on it. They stayed quiet about it. They ghosted
The
them.
only subtle difference, the only subtle difference in the design was that in the Frankenstein Army, it was like straight up propeller head, all that. In the Resident Evil 8, the only difference is that the blades are chainsaws.
Yeah, that was the only difference, was that there's chainsaws on the head.
Yeah.
And it's like,
But the way I saw it was like, okay, they wanted to put an enemy with just a spinning something on it, like, right? Like, I don't know why they had to go with this spinning propeller head thing.
as you play the
but-
game, it kind of makes sense.
I
Well,
mean, it probably makes sense like seeing this guy like like wherever area he's in probably has like a bunch of mechanical stuff or whatever and
Army
yeah this
Factory. Yeah.
yeah, this army factory, and I was like, oh, like this seems like yeah, what would come out of there? Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that whoever designed the monster probably did see the Frankenstein army thing and just wanted to take inspiration from there.
It is a
But
Inspiration.
different.
but the thing is, just give the guy his credit. I'm like,
Yeah.
just give the guy his credit.
You know
Yeah.
the funny thing about it is that a lot of people, again, this is really silly, but a lot of people they say, "Oh, he's just complaining. He just wants attention." Like, no, I'm pretty damn sure if you worked on something of your own, and someone
He,
stole it from you,
yeah. He.
you're gonna get mad. And the reason why people will probably brush it over is because Capcom is one of the big boys, and I'm like, well,
I,
that doesn't make it okay. I mean,
yeah.
Capcom is ghosting. They're ghosting the dude and not getting back to him. And it's like, well, like I'm basically just trying to point out the fact that I know people are gonna defend Capcom. I don't defend as much as I love some of the shit that they make. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
defend that.
it's like don't yeah
Plagiarism.
don't defend plagiarism.
Yeah.
Like, come
Don't
on,
defend it.
colleges kick you out for it. You don't really want to copy someone's shit like word for word, bar for bar, or whatever.
I don't know.
Just
I don't even
take
know.
it and
Yeah.
strengthen it,
Yeah,
whatever.
like
Give
I don't
credit.
even know why they just didn't because in when you get to that part,
Capcom, they shouldn't need to do that at
Yeah,
all. They
and
shouldn't
when
even
you
need
get
that.
to-
Like they're Capcom.
and yeah, because like already in Resident Evil 8, for those who haven't played it, like I would say like in terms of what you got in Resident Evil 7 in terms of like enemy variety, like this game has so much good enemy variety. So I don't know why they had
Yeah,
to
there
play.
are.
Like there's so
Like,
many good.
come on, son.
Right, so I don't understand why they played.
I don't know what other game is gonna have some creepy blob fucking baby chase you down.
Oh,
Jesus
And the
Christ.
best level in the game.
God. Honestly.
The true star of the game is the second lord. It's the second lord. That's the
Okay,
true
so
star of the game.
that brings up a question, and then we'll move on from this topic. Sorry, Capcom, you're gonna have to pay this guy money. Hopefully, he do not sue you. But
Yeah.
I have a question. What was y'all favorite Lord / level? Then I would say since we watched it, since we all watched the playthrough of it, what was y'all favorite Lord / area of the game? Anybody?
Me, it was the baby level.
Yeah,
It was the baby level.
Fuck.
Because the baby level was like,
Yeah,
to me, the reason-
spoilers.
it's not even because it was just really creepy, which it really was, but it was a true homage to a lot of elements of different horror games. It was a homage to like the game that we never got. Like even the level design of that hallway was
Yeah.
carbon copy. You can say carbon copy of PT. And the vibe it gave the level design was the first level was part of it was just like that. Gave off those PT vibes perfectly. It also gave me fucking the Fear series vibe, which again, like I've talked about it before. I really love the Fear series. I really think it's amazing.
You really think those games are
It
scary?
gave off
I
those
do
vibes.
not think it's scary at all.
Well, I don't think Fear 3 is scary. Fear 3
I don't think
is,
any of them are scary, to be honest.
Fear
Right?
2 was actually scary.
I don't think it's scary.
I mean,
think
you're,
it's
again,
the
like
gun- it's
again,
the
we're
gunplay.
old enough now. I can literally look at the game and
I
not
don't-
be scared anymore. But
I don't know.
when I was younger, obviously, was more scared of that shit.
I just want to let you know, you're talking to somebody who's a scared little bitch. As soon as I saw that baby, I instantly exited the goddamn tab, and I was like, nope, I'm not watching this anymore.
Yeah, like yo, the
It
thing
was
was,
so
son,
well done.
son,
And
the baby
it
sounds
gave
coming
out Outlast vibes.
Yeah.
It gave out Outlast vibe because when you literally encounter that area with a doll, it strips you of all your weapons. Now you're playing Outlast.
Oh no.
They gave you multiple games in that one level.
Yeah.
And you were playing multiple games. You were playing multiple games in that one level.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
JT, is there a particular level or like? Or
I think I was really digging the boss fights. I like I like seeing Andre do the boss fights because I'm like, how am I this regular human or like I don't know, Ethan's not a regular human. He fucking regrow his hand.
Story spoiler, but whatever.
By the way, I did not watch the whole thing yet. So
Oh, shit.
Okay. All right.
um
I'm
Like,
not gonna
like
say anything.
I've seen.
not gonna
I mean, nah. Y'all can spoil it for me. I don't care. Because I'm gonna go back and watch some levels again. But I
No,
did.
you really don't want us to spoil this. You're gonna
Yeah,
flip shits.
yeah.
You're gonna flip
There's
shits
some.
like I was in the chat.
I
There's a reason why I was texting the chat and flipping shits when I was watching Andre's stream. You
there.
don't
I
want us
will
to spoil
say,
this.
in terms of a Resident Evil game, and I'm trying to move past this fast. Like in terms of a Resident Evil game, this game has so many cool little twists in terms of the RE lore that I was just like, well, like
Okay,
some real
cool.
shocking revelations. I was like, what the fuck? It was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, where are we going with this series now?
I really like the boss fights though. Like the over the top boss fights.
Was there a
were
particular?
just really crazy.
Was there a particular boss
think-
fight?
One of the sisters for sure.
Ah,
I think
the
the one where she's like outside and she's big mechanical shit.
I think I know who you talking about. I think isn't that Lady Delatress, the vampire lady?
I mean, she has her own level. I saw part of that and that was cool too.
Okay.
But there was another.
I kind of thought that level
boss
was
fight.
bland. I thought that whole level.
Honestly,
I didn't like a lot of the boss fights in the game. Honestly, like, I thought they were like very. I thought the boss fights were. I'm just being honest. I thought they were meh. Like even Andre was saying that he didn't think that a lot of them were difficult. Like they.
Oh no!
It just
they
blew
were
my
really
mind.
simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're simple. What just blows my mind about it is like, yo, you refight you. What blows my mind is really like trying to fathom me fighting this thing and shooting it with pistol or shotgun or this sniper fucking bolt action. Like it doesn't seem like any of these weapons would do efficient damage enough, and that's what I'm like.
Ethan be struggling, fam. But I would say like for my favorite level. Sadly, Roy fucking took it. But I would say, as someone who does not like being scared, does absolutely not like being scared, I would have to give it to the dollhouse, aka the baby level. Like that whole sequence, like what I love so much about it is that the whole halfway through the game, like you're fighting monsters, you're fighting enemies, and then the game does a complete twist. It is like, okay, now you have to do a puzzle. Like the whole level is basically a puzzle. Like you have to find a way to get out through looking at your environment, through playing with the doll. You have to figure out a way how to get out of this room. And when you finally get out of this room, this game literally is like, well, now try and survive this monster, this creepy ass baby monster with no weapons, no nothing. And it completely changes the whole entire game. It literally becomes like, okay, well, like
I'm fucked.
yeah, fuck situation. And it's like I've seen how Andre did it, and then I saw other people did it. There's so many different ways people played it. Some people was just hiding the whole time. Some people
under the bed, bruh.
Yeah, some people
Ethan's breathing wasn't helping.
Yeah, Ethan's breathing throughout the whole level is never helping.
That shit was making me anxious as fuck. I was like, bro, why are you breathing so hard? Why do you have this flash? Turn that shit off.
Yeah, I saw one person like speed run that whole part, and that part only lasts for like two minutes, and I was impressed because they just ran around in a circle, dipping and dodging the baby, and it was so impressive.
Grab you while you're in the elevator.
No, it actually can't. If you actually click fast enough on the button and go through the elevator, it cannot catch you. I was like, how the hell?
But it's still possible for it to catch you.
Yeah, it is possible. But
it's not because you would think that once you're in the elevator, it's like it could actually still go through. Which would scare the shit out of me.
Okay, can anybody explain what does the baby do to you when it catches you? Does it just like does it eat you or something?
Yes,
like
you saw the death scene of it, right?
Yeah, you saw the death scene.
I don't see much of I don't look at much of the death scene.
Haven't seen the death scene.
Yeah, go look it up.
That thing will even when Andre died to it, it called him Dad. It literally called him Dad before it showed the "you are dead" thing on the screen. It has different dialogue. It has like a few things it will say.
I would have.
It said yummy.
why am I being traumatized as I'm dying?
Yeah,
I
yo,
was paranoid looking around around my entire apartment, like, and the lights were on. I was paranoid. I was
nah,
like,
yeah,
whoa.
that part was paranoia at all blast. And then I would say the second level that was really good was, I would say, Lady Demetre's whole area is really good because it's a homage to like Resident Evil 1 and RE7. Like the whole castle, like going through it, and also a reminiscent of Resident Evil 4. Like this whole game is basically Resident Evil 4 if it was in first person. Like they didn't even try. They didn't even hide the fact. They didn't even try to say it's not Resident Evil 4. It is literally Resident Evil 4. So Capcom,
But that's what Andre said though. He was like, "Yo, this feels like Resident Evil."
yo,
Even the
like
hair on some of the enemies looks like the Lost Plagas. Like, bro,
honestly, the story is the fucking main like little infection in this game is literally a Las Plagas. It's literally a fucking Las Plagas. I swear on everything I love, it's a Las Plagas. But anywho,
basically, the different. It's not exactly it, but it's basically that.
yeah, it's basically that with some more stuff. But whole game
A
is
more
great.
advanced version of a new type of.
Yeah, whole game is great. I'm looking forward to playing it. I already started playing it. I'm already halfway through Demetrius' house. I mean the castle. I'm halfway through that shit because I already killed like 2 of the sisters.
How would you get past the baby level?
I'm gonna do like what the speedrunners did. Just you go back, you juke around the table, zoom past, and then get the key downstairs. Hide under go around the bed, hide under the bed, and then when the baby goes around to the
It goes
closet,
around the bed, just dip.
just
Better make
dip.
sure your fingers don't get. Better make sure your fingers don't get wobbly on the controller. You know, you might slip.
Boy,
lose your way.
I am ready for
Might
that.
lose your way.
I am ready for that fucking part.
Nah, yo, that's what be getting me scared too about these kind of games. It's like, okay, I know what to do, but when I finally get it, I don't want to run the wrong way. Yo, running to the elevator, son. I was like, bro, I would have turned some other way and get lost all over again.
Boy, when that fucking elevator hits, I'm gonna. You see that meme we had on our fucking on the thing with a fucking monkey is like trying to press the button and it's jumping around. That's gonna be me.
You know one meme that goes great with pressing the elevator button.
What?
You're trying to get the Guilty Gear Strive beta to work.
Oh my
God.
god!
Don't let me down.
Let me in. Let me in.
No. All right, let's.
And when you get caught by the baby, Goku screams, "No!"
Oh my god! But anywho, let's move on. All right, this is just a follow up. This next news is just a follow up of what me and Andre fucking predicted because we are fucking the gurus, motherfuckers. Anywho, PlayStation announced a new partnership with Discord, so we fucking predicted it. Jim Ryan out here. We read
really?
Jim Ryan.
What's that deal gonna do?
So basically, Discord is now going to be implemented what's the word again? Implemented into the PlayStation. So it's going to be in the PlayStation 4, PlayStation. Yes, they're going to integrate it into the PlayStation 4, and this is their a little partnership. It's going to start next year. It does not start this year, but next year you should expect Discord on your PS4, PS5, and mobile device starting next year. And also,
that's pretty cool. That's pretty good.
And I said this, and I said this should happen because a couple of months ago or a month ago they removed the community section of the PS4. So I was like, motherfuckers, like y'all need to get on this. Get on this. This is great. So now we can do.
I don't care about the community tab. I care about them removing the Facebook shit. Now that's what got to me.
That got to me so much.
Honestly, it got
being able to share my shit to Facebook, that irks me more than anything.
But you can literally just take the. Well, I'm not gonna tell y'all, motherfuckers.
You gotta. So why should I have to take these 30 steps just to make that one step that I could do before? That's
blame the Facebook owner of fucking messing up people's information and stealing information. So
I hate it here.
So blame him. I think this news is dope. So shout outs to me and Andre. We're fucking the gurus, niggas. All right, moving on.
Copy.
Moving on. That was a fast news. Does anybody remember Sunset Overdrive? No.
Yes.
Saw it.
I
Y'all better remember it because they literally.
I remember it. It was one of Xbox One's first couple of titles coming out.
Yes, and you better remember it because it was laid the foundation of what got us Spider-Man. So.
I was shocked hearing that. I was shocked reading about that. I didn't know. I didn't even know.
So
as I kept watching the gameplay, it did seem very familiar. Plus, they said it was Insomniac that made it.
Yeah, it's Insomniac that made it, and
Yeah.
it is coming. It maybe, most likely, is coming to the PS5 and PS4. It was originally exclusive to the to Xbox.
To the Xbox.
Yeah, it was originally to the Xbox, but now, Sony owns Insomniac, so it can now finally come to the thing. They also talked.
Okay, I didn't know like Sony actually like owns Insomniac. Like I thought it was just like
they bought
like yo, you doing your thing and then
no.
They
own Insomniac.
They bought them right after the Spider-Man shit happened. Like soon as Spider-Man was over, they were like, give me that shit.
Come here, bro.
Damn.
They were like,
so Insomniac about to be like they Spider-Man studio.
Basically,
Man,
so they make good Spider-Man games that made me want to cry because they're so good.
They get it. So hopefully we will get not only Sunset Overdrive 1, but also hopefully they'll be able to do Sunset Overdrive 2 now that it's on all the systems.
Are they trying to make a sequel?
I heard there was a doubt of that.
They said that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, one of the producers did say that he would be solely interested in doing Sunset Overdrive 2. However, their main focus, that would be a back seat because now, Ratchet & Clank Orphan Time is their main focus.
I'm excited for that. I love Ratchet & Clank.
That's right. I forgot that's also made by them. I saw the gameplay. That shit was beautiful.
We're gonna
freaking lovely. Like, there's certain colors and there's a certain color scheme you can find Insomniac using that just brightens up their stuff, and I'm just like, you see it in Ratchet & Clank and you see it in Spider-Man, like a very nice, crisp, nice colors, and it's just that pop. Insomniac can make those gorgeous colors that kind of pop out. And I'm just like, I can see it in their work.
Their games are so fucking fluid. They're not stiff. They're very fluid.
And their games are fun.
So I'm excited about. I'm excited about
what the fucking content is.
I hope. Yeah, I do believe this is gonna come because they did trademark it, so it is gonna come. So I'm looking forward to it a lot. So
because I didn't get to finish the whole game, but I did play Sunset Overdrive for like a minute, and I was enjoying it because it was like I had I bought my cousin a refurbished Xbox One because at the time it was just like cheap, so it was like, okay, Xbox One, we got this system here, let's play the exclusive Xbox games, and I got Sunset Overdrive, and that was a lot of fun. That was a good game to play for like a minute.
Yeah, that Sunset Overdrive is literally like it's like what happened is if you fought like zombies if it was mixed with Tony Hawk's mixed with Spider-Man's
exactly.
You know the way the characters get around kind of makes me think that Bomber Rush was also inspired from that.
I was thinking the same thing too. What is Bomber Rush again?
It's basically the successor to Jet Set Radio.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was watching Sunset Overdrive, I was like, wait a minute. Is Bomber Rush inspired from this?
Yeah. But this game, I'm sorry it never got. I felt like if this game was on a multiplat, it would have gotten more. Oh, what the hell? Anywho, like I feel like if this game was a multiplat from the beginning, it would have got more love because when it came to Xbox, I was like, oh, this is really dope. I don't own an Xbox yet, but I'm gonna get it and play it. Never fucking played it. So now it's on the PlayStation. I'm gonna play it now. But I have it on the PC, and I'm like,
which is also Xbox.
And I'm still not gonna play it, even if it's on the PS4. But I'm looking forward to a sequel if we get one. But Jesus, man.
All right. It just be a nice thing. Okay. Yeah. I mean, as long as the idea is out there and someone's thinking about it and like it's probably on the back burner somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Like as long as it's thought of.
Watch the Sony fans gonna be like, yo, I fucking play this game is ass, and then be like, play it on the fucking PS4 and PS5, and then be like, this game is amazing. Whatever. Let's move on. All right, for my fighting game fans, I hope y'all ready because the next couple of news is all about fighting games. So let's talk about this goddamn Power Ranger, goddamn Chun-Li and Ryu joining the goddamn power grid. Listen. I gotta play this game now. I own it. I owned it, and I only bought it for one character and one character only. Can anybody guess?
Wait. Well, I mean, you're only interested in it now only because of Ryu and Chun-Li. But
yes.
If is it a character before those two?
It's a character before those two.
So I would say biggest guess, you probably want to try RJ.
It's actually it starts the Time Force. I'll give you a big hit. Time Force.
Okay, so the Red Ranger Time Force.
Yes.
He's a fucking
Quantum,
badass.
Quantum Ranger.
Quantum Ranger.
Because listen. As someone who really, really loves Power Ranger, my favorite Power Ranger, for those that don't know, favorite Power Ranger series was Time Force. Time Force was my shit. And then
it was everybody's shit for like a minute.
And
I had a coloring book.
yo, when the Quantum Ranger pulled up, it was a wrap, my nigga. This nigga was not giving a fuck about anybody. He wasn't caring about working with a team. He was always fighting this nigga, the Red Ranger. This nigga.
The team. I am the team.
Yeah, he was the team, bro. He did not care. And then you find out, like, yo, guess who does the voice, buddy? Like,
yeah. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, as soon as I talked about it with Andre, I was like, this is probably gonna be JD's character.
I was like,
his big boy daddy, his big boy daddy voice, big boy
daddy Virgil.
I need power.
And he actually says it in the game.
As soon as he says, I need more quantum power, I was like, this nigga is Virgil.
Yo. In the game, if you get like a certain amount of hits, he literally says like I'm motivated. I'm like,
he
did. I'm like, it's over. It's over. But nah, like
it deadass took them 2 lines for me to be like, is that Virgil?
he actually, if you actually go back and watch the show, that is actually Virgil's voice actor actually doing all the stunts and whatnot. But this is not about him. This is actually about Chun-Li and Ryu joining the fucking game.
Joining the Power Rangers, man. Like Street Fighter cross Power Rangers. Who would have ever thought?
Honestly, I didn't think about it, but then I forgot they had that little.
I didn't think that either.
There was a mobile game that had them as guest characters, and I was like,
I mean, that's just guest characters. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. but now it's like on a whole console game, and then you putting them here, and it's like a thing now. And then
they look so badass.
And then they look so badass. Like this is straight up the Ryu and Chun-Li from like Capcom versus Marvel or something like.
Yeah, the way how they fight in this game reminds me straight up of MVCI.
The early versions of like Street Fighter, like those very like ancient days, son. I was looking at Chun-Li like, bro.
Looks like, so fast and fluid.
Yeah, like Chun-Li's like doing spinning bird kick into like combos, into another move, into another move.
Like she she don't go all that crazy
And
in
it's like,
Street
I
Fighter.
was like, Jesus.
She
I was
went
like, yo, this
crazy in this game. She's just
like
oh.
I was super impressed what they did, and even the way how the characters like they're they're morphing outfits.
Yeah, the
Look,
morph outfits, amazing.
those
Badass.
outfits
Look
look
badass.
kind. Those dope. Those costumes look dope. Like I hopefully I don't know if they can do this due to license. I hopefully they'll be able to put them in Street Fighter 5. I'm praying to God because them shits look fucking sick. Like Ryu's bandana is like halfway into
Just for the skin.
Figo. Yeah, just for the skin. I hopefully they'll get the skins in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah. Hopefully, I like they could do it. I mean,
You know something funny
Nice.
is that when I was watching that gameplay, the way Chun-Li and Ryu were like so fast paced and involved for this game, like just the pacing of how they're fighting, they can do combos. I honestly thought that this is like the next wink wink direction and pacing that Street Fighter should just take in general.
yeah. I mean,
Obviously,
stopping.
nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. You know, nothing that does
Yeah,
that
yeah.
But this was like the
Have
this
y'all-
was like the it was like saying this is the next direction for how the character should be.
I
played.
mean, have y'all played like Street Fighter 5, the recent patch of Street Fighter
I've-
5? Because
not
Ryu-
the recent patch, but
all right, yeah.
Yeah, they had that new mechanic that they put in it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Ryu
yeah.
kind of
It still needs more, like just in general to evolve the game.
yeah, but
It
then
needs, it
I
needs
don't
to
want
undergo an evolution.
But Street Fighter is not like a combo heavy game. Like it got combos, but it's more of a footsie type of game.
yeah.
So
This is something I want to mention too.
mhm.
That when I was playing the Power Rangers game, it maintained a nice balance of footsie's work and still can do combos. That's something
Yeah,
that's something because it wasn't like you were supposed to jump around a lot. No, it had that groundwork footsie shit that you were supposed to do that you can do, but it still had combos and it still popped shit
Oh,
off. Just
you
like
mean-
that. It was
oh, you mean
it was
like
a beautiful harmony and balance. It was a
so you mean
perfect
like
balance.
you mean like
I think that
fucking-
Street Fighter should inherit, like pacing wise.
You mean like something like MKX, basically, because MK11 is not like that. But anywho, let me stop dogging.
Don't talk
MK.
about MK11.
Yeah, whatever.
I understood when I kept screaming with 11. I understood every reason why you guys did not like 11. I understood every reason.
Yeah,
I understood
it's
every
not a
single
big-
fucking reason why you guys didn't like it.
I don't want to preface this again because I know people's gonna watch this and be like, "Oh fuck." I know some people from the anime club is gonna be like, "Oh fuck again, this motherfucker's talking about this MK11." I don't hate MK11 on a technical aspect. I just don't like how footsie based it is. Like if I want a footsie based game, I'm gonna play Street Fighter, and Street Fighter does footsies better. It's just
It's way too neutral. It's way too footsie and neutral.
It's just way,
It's
Street Fighter
literally
does it
throwing
way
neutral.
better. Street Fighter 5 does it way better. It's
I don't like sitting around throwing a fireball. I want to actually get in someone's face.
and this is coming, and again, this is coming from someone who's not that great at fighting games. So I'm just saying. But yeah, like these characters are coming out in May 25th. That's like next week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Do they have a date for Chun-Li? Did they?
Same. They're all the same day. They're all the same day. But if you want to get them separately, they're $6 a pop. So
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, yeah.
You might as well
Get both
get
of
the
them. Don't be a
just get
pussy.
yeah, just get
Yeah,
the
get
pass.
both of them.
Just get the pass and you'll be fine. Because Chun-Li
Alright,
looking
'cause
awesome.
they seem sick. They seem like they're like Capcom versus selves. Fast paced, meant for the game. Of
Mhm.
course. Like we all love their Street Fighter versions, but Street Fighter is not combo heavy. It is just footsies. Like what the most you can do with Ryu and Street Fighter is like a Hadouken into a fucking uppercut. Like come on.
That's the thing. You need to have some
I wish-
combos in your game.
I
Combos,
see-
like people love their combos, man. They love combos.
I will
Like
say
I love
this.
Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter. I got mad love for that game, mad love for mad characters, but I just hate not being able to do combos. Like them little short ass little combos, they don't look impressive to me. Fuck that. But
I mean,
like that's
they-
why, and
again-
then that's why my default game will be like MK because those have combos.
I mean,
Combos
again,
are important.
I
They
wanna,
keep you invested in the game.
I want to preface this and say Street Fighter 5 has combos. It's just
It's really
Y'all-
It's
just
what
not,
y'all-
they're just I've watched a ton of gameplay with the combos. Like they don't look very interesting. They look very again, like I'm not saying that. Like,
but I
they
wanna
have that outcome, but they're very
just
stale. It's like very. It's not.
you know what's funny?
You know,
This kind of
it's
brings
just
up
really
to an.
stale. Because I looked at the older Street Fighter games, and I really love the stuff that popped off in them.
Mm,
I really like what popped off in them.
I, huh. That's
But I feel like
interesting.
they can't keep this level. Like eventually you have to try something new.
They don't gotta do
Like
shit because niggas still buying Chun-Li costumes. so,
that's that is
so
true. That is true. But that's the reason why they're not evolving because they rely on the costumes.
I mean,
Why evolve when you can make costumes?
I personally like, and I'll say this as someone who played Street Fighter Five, beta, and also up until half like season 2. I stopped after season 2, and then I got back when when this season. I would say Street Fighter Five now is at its best place in terms of combos. Like have y'all again? If y'all have played a character like Dan, Dan has so much like cool combo routes and whatnot, and Dan is like he's such.
Yeah, Dan. Yo, they made him the
Kind of
coolest.
took
Yeah,
a
he
really long
looks
time
so
for them to actually
cool.
get that. It took a
They
long
I mean,
time
but
for
you
them
can
to
you
get
can
that.
all right, you can make the argument about what you call this Netherrealm about MK because it took them a while to get custom variations up and running because we couldn't even use custom variations
Yeah.
in tournaments. So you know, it's always at the end of a game's life cycle, and I don't know if this game is at its end of its life cycle. So they're just like, let's do some crazy fucking shit, like, and it's always even Dragon Ball Fighter Z, like, literally has Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and that nigga has the most stupidest fucking move in the game that instant kills you. Even if you're in full health, it instant kills you. Now you have to build up to it, but
You
it's
have to
dumb.
build up to it.
Even if you block it, that thing still takes half of your health, and it lasts for long. So if you drop that block button, your ass is grass. It's an instant kill. It's an instant kill. It's like you can't do nothing.
Now we got Ultra Instinct Goku. We got Gogeta.
Yeah, it's like
Or
I feel like when the games start
we
off,
got Broly. We got Broly. Toss in Broly. Any of the Brolys.
yeah, it's like
It's a wrap.
it's like when a fighting game first starts off, it is always at its rough. I'm starting to feel like these new fighting games are like every time it first starts off, it's always at its roughest, and then when it's at its end, that's when they're like, time to go ham. We about to
There's
close
it starting
it out.
out rough, and then there's it starting out bland.
Yeah, but like
A game can be badass, but start out rough and still keep you invested. Then
But-
there's a game just starting out straight up fucking boring.
I mean,
Again, I'm not talking. I'm just talking about in general, just in general. I'm not talking about Street Fighter. I'm just talking about in general.
yeah, I can understand what you're saying because again, I literally don't like MK11, and it started off really boring until now is I've seen what people have done now with variation moves and actually using those variation moves on tournaments because you can now do it in tournament. But I'm at the point at the end of that game where I'm just like Melina's in the game and I was looking forward to playing her and
I was so
I don't care.
disappointed with. I was so disappointed.
I don't
I was
care.
really disappointed with Melina. I didn't like.
Huh.
But comparing her from her MK, what is it? MKX.
MKX, yeah.
Yeah, comparing her from how she felt in MKX to here, I was so fucking disappointed.
I mean,
I
she
didn't
is-
like her at all. At all.
The
I did not
thing,
like her
I
at
mean, look, bro, look. The thing was, like, yes, MK11
Everybody
is the
got
slower.
nerves.
Look. The thing is, I knew Melina was not gonna. Of course, she was not gonna be her MKX self. This is a slower paced footsie
Yeah,
MKX.
it's a slower pace.
MK. So, like, especially the ball roll, that's gonna be super punishable. I was like, it was already punishable in MKX.
I looked at her frame data. There were so many of her best moves that was just like, son, like,
Well,
Over here,
doing,
that
man?
shit
What are
gonna
you
suck.
doing?
well,
You doing?
So look. The thing is, hey, the Melina fans, y'all asked for her, y'all got her, but in this game, this specifically probably why NetherRealm probably like was hesitant on putting her in the game first or something. Her moves were going to suck ass. Like unless you're like very very fucking good with her and just good in fighting games in
Listen,
general,
as
or
long as,
just very
mhm.
good in NRS games, you're not gonna like be dominating OD with Melina. Like some of her
I'm
moves,
actually
like the frames are
very,
gonna be like,
I'm,
but I've seen some people go off with her, but it's just like
I'm
it's
very
kind of difficult.
curious. I have not watched any like people like really go to tournaments or anything or like online tournaments. I haven't been paying attention to what fuck MK's doing until recently, for obvious reasons. But you know, for like how the game is right now and how it's like kind of is like, I don't know. I don't know how those
Not it,
characters.
Chief. That's not it.
That ain't it. But yeah, pick up this game though. Pick up goddamn Power Rangers. If you haven't,
Rangers,
pick.
yeah.
Yes.
If
If
you
you
haven't,
have it, please,
there's
for
also
the
gonna
love
be.
of God,
Hmm
do it.
There's
Because
also.
I
Yeah,
was a fool for thinking that the Power Rangers game was silly. I'm
I
sorry.
never thought
I
it
was
was
I was
silly.
in the wrong.
I'm.
I made a mistake.
Yeah, I was practicing more of the game actually today, and what I will say is um it's a very good fighting game. It's Power Rangers, of course. The nostalgia is there, and the thing is about how the combos work and how supers work and all that. It's and like the move list too. I was surprised. Like the combo structure and mechanics of the game are simple. It's very easy to just get into and learn and like, oh, this does that, blah blah blah. The buttons are quick, simple, easy to learn. It's not complicated at all. What gets complicated is just getting those juggle combos and juggling your opponent and connecting stuff. Like you can like the game puts it in a way where um like you can do it, you can see it, you can react enough.
Hmm
So what I say is I think Roy touched on it. Uh it does a very it plays that the middle area very well of being very easy to pick up and
Hard to
complex to learn.
master. Hmm
Yeah. It like cuz Dragon Ball is not like that, right? Like it's easy to pick up. It's dumb hard to master like cuz you know getting assist in there and shit, that should take time. That should take dumb
Yeah,
time. And to
it
like
does.
and
It does.
especially now that we have the assist variation thing,
Hmm
shit. You can make it's Marvel baby at this point. Like you can just do a bunch of
That
combinations
game is
and
everywhere.
stuff and all that. But with Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, it does do a fine job of playing that sweet spot in the middle of being easy to pick up, complex to learn. Cause I was just playing around, fucking around with SPD Ranger, Time Ranger, and RJ, and I'm just
hmm
like, oh, like these like there's a random
I
even though
still
this is a
don't know
random team,
how that dog gets his fucking face into that helmet, but
nose
okay.
into that helmet. Yo, we're not. I mean, maybe it's a special helmet where it just looks like that and his face is fine on the
Okay.
inside, but who knows? Um, the, so I was just like, oh, this is a random team that I just made up. Don't know the synergy, but it just works. Like things just start working. Like you pop up your opponent, you press the assist button. The assist will most likely catch them if you time it right.
hmm
And things just start working, and then there's always like a combo route where you have to end it with an EX or you have to end it with your super if you have enough bar. So I'm just like, oh, like the idea behind getting those cool combos, you can plainly see. Like, I mean, I'm experienced in fighting games enough, but you can pick it up in a couple of minutes to see where it's heading. You know where things should go or should be. So
If you've
I
been
think it's a
playing
great.
fighting games enough, you'll know. Well, you'll
Yeah,
know for a fact
eventually,
like what
yeah.
makes it stand out. And like just playing, like even when I was playing against Jalen, I was just like bopping around and pulling off combos. It was like it did so many things right, like the movement. And this is one thing I've always. This is one of the most important things to me ever in any fighting game is the movement. The movement isn't stiff in Power Rangers. It's very fluid. Like I will not play a fighting game if it's not aggressive enough or it's not fluid enough in movement. You know, it's just in Power Rangers. I was skeptical that it was gonna be stiff. I was like, oh, it's probably like that. But as I was playing, I was like, oh shit, this shit's buttery smooth.
I think to wrap this whole up for me, but I will say like I think what made me not want to play it at first was actually the kind of the art style. But then I looked at like how
Really?
yeah, it was the art style a little bit for me because it looks so blunt. It didn't pop to me, but then like I was watching people, including like Maximilian, like play it, like actually play the game in motion, and that's what made me buy it. But what made me actually sit down and play it was Quantum Ranger. But now that Chun-Li and Ryu's in this game, I'm definitely gonna be in it. To wrap all this up, this article up, there is gonna be a special edition of the game, which is basically comes with all the DLC. So I think it's gonna come out May 25th. I'm not too sure. I will look that up on a later date. But yeah, go play that game. Go play it. All right, moving on to the next fighting game news. Basically, bad news for goddamn Weplay, which is this organization that funds a bunch of fighting games, which is basically Netherealm's and Bandai Namco's esports. These guys like hold the tournaments for them and like make it like really special and grand and whatnot. These guys, Netherealm and Bandai, basically was like, yeah, we backing out because basically recently news came out that these guys, the Weplay esports, they have mafia affiliated, and so
Yeah, that. Oof.
I was like, what the fuck? And Bandai and Netherealm was like, we don't
Crazy
fuck with
for
that.
that.
Yeah, they were like, we not fucking with that. So they were basically like, they dropped out, and they were like, okay, this ain't
The
it.
FGC community already is in a bad spot.
Yeah, we already are in a hefty spot right now, and to hear this is why I tell people is like, you want to know why people don't take the FGC serious? It's because of shit like this. If it's not pedophile shit, it's shady shit like this. And it's like, yeah, y'all got to do a better job at like organizing y'all shit, because I don't know how this has been going on for a long time and people did not realize that these motherfuckers was like doing some triads type shit. These guys were literally doing some triads type shit in the back, and nobody knew that. But y'all have anything to say on this news, and then we can move on.
I mean, I think you've already studied, and we've already shown how our
True.
what?
But yeah, it is what it is. Move on.
I'm just gonna stay muted just for like a couple of minutes. Y'all can keep talking.
All
I
right.
gotta take care of a couple of things and move around before
right.
I'm somewhere silent.
All right. Well, moving on. Meanwhile, he's doing that. Moving on. This is the big news. Now, this was something that I've been hearing in the little dark internet about Netherealm possibly saying, "Hey, we want to make a Marvel fighting game because we did it for DC. We'll do it for Marvel." And I'm like, what? So basically, a lot of rumors are kind of popping up that the next Mortal Kombat, the next game that NRS is going to be working on is a Marvel fighting game. Now, this news was kind of hinted at, so I'm surprised people are just now catching on to it. A while ago, around the time Mortal Kombat 11 was being like advertised and kind of the word was spreading, I remember there was the interview. Game Informer usually does these quick little 100 questions to like developers, and there'll be some of the questions are like really interesting questions, and some of them are just up for gags and jokes. And one of the questions they asked Ed Boon, the creator of Mortal Kombat, co-creator of Mortal Kombat, was like, would you like to work on a Marvel game? And he was like, Well, I was already talking Disney / Marvel, and I was like, wait, what? I lost my mind. I was like, whoa, wait. You was talking to Marvel, baby. Whoa, what? And
You in the Villeville.
yeah, you was already in the bill. And you could tell in his expression, if you watch the video, actually, you could tell he was like, ooh, I wasn't supposed to say that, but fuck it. Yeah, like I had some talks with them, and he was like, you'll see what happens. I'm like, whoa, are we getting like a Marvel fighting game?
Pull the Tom Holland. How dare you?
Yeah, he pulled the Tom Holland. He was like, whoops, I wasn't supposed to say nothing.
That ain't me. That ain't me. I ain't no snitch.
Yeah, so for me, I'm gonna let you speak on this, Roy. How would you feel if like they work on a Marvel fighting game, giving their history of working on a DC game? Would you be excited?
Oh, This is gonna sound probably controversial. Probably get people like just gonna disagree with.
Let me first start. Wait, before you Before you even start, I think I already know what you're gonna say because
No, you know already.
a few of my friends kind of killed my fun. But I'm gonna let you speak. Go.
Right, so when the moment I glanced at the article, I was ready to start flipping shits. I was like, yes. I was about to start playing some fucking Marvel vs. Capcom 2 music. Then I looked at who was making it, and I was like, as much as I think Netherealm makes some gorgeous looking games, I am not a fan of their games. And also, because of the MK11 shit,
Oh, fuck.
I don't want them touching Marvel, okay? I don't want them touching. Because like, I think, cause like, you know how I was talking about how I prioritize the.
I'm back, by the way.
You know how I said before, I prioritize
Welcome
the
back.
fluidity of movement
Mm-hmm.
and being able to be aggressive in people's faces. Those are the kind of games that I play, which is the reason why I play Guilty Gear, because it truly favors actual aggression, not sitting behind, playing an assist, and then playing pussy. Actual aggression in the person's face, mixing it up and playing moves. And I love that Marvel vs. Capcom games can do that while still being, hectic and crazy as shit, especially with Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I feel like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had that perfect balance of all that shit going on. But when I saw that Netherealm was making it, I was like, wait a minute, they might make it way footsie based. They might, first of all, the way they set up their input for games might make it more annoying because I don't like their input. I don't like how stiff they tend to make the movement in their games. I don't like how stiff it is, like when the characters are dashing forward and shit like that. I never really like it. And because of the shit with MK11, I was like, fuck. Like I at all costs, I am hoping that this game doesn't come to fruition. Like I don't want them to. Like we had Infinite, and like the thing is that when you get down to the gameplay of Infinite, it is kind of fun. It is kind of fast paced. It kind of does its thing. It had that thing where it's really stale. There's not a lot going on for it, but I don't want another game ruining the Marvel vs. Capcom image. If we're gonna get anything, it needs to be by the people that are actually,
I get what you said.
I don't want this. I was so excited, but once I saw who was making it, I was like, no disrespect to Netherealm. I think they can make some great games, but but the way they made Injustice 2 and MK11, especially Justice 2, like in terms of again the whole movement shit and like that, and I think they make beautiful games, great characters like that, but I just don't like how their games feel. And I don't want another of those games touching Marvel. I don't want Netherealm and Marvel. I see a catastrophe. It's like if Netherealm said they were gonna make Guilty Gear Strive, I would flip my fucking shits. I would start a riot. Okay, I will become Omni-Man.
I'll say this. I ultimately agree with you, and I don't know if I have anything more to add, and I'll possibly hand it over to JT. But like when I first heard this announcement, automatically I was hyped. I was like, it's not even an announcement; it's a rumor. But when I heard this, I was like, I was hyped. And then, shout outs to the fucking fighting dreamer, my bros. Them motherfuckers kind of
fighting dreamers.
Those motherfuckers ruined my excitement. You got them niggas. If they're watching this podcast, I want to fucking mention that these guys ruined. These fucking assholes ruined the excitement. Because this is like, oh well, don't you remember all the bullshit that's in fucking Injustice 2? And then Mortal Kombat. Don't you not like Mortal Kombat 11? I was like, oh right. And I was like thinking to myself, I was like, oh man. I was like, I mean, I always wanted this because we can get a DC versus Marvel fighting game, but with Netherealm and the way how they operate now, it's gonna be some dumb shenanigans. Either they're gonna probably take the the Injustice route, where it's like the stages are too big, so keep away is like very good, or they're gonna probably do
My heart.
or they're gonna do the MK11 situation where it's like we're gonna make it a footsie game, and I don't want a fucking footsie game. I don't want a footsie game. And even if we do a footsie game, what's not to say we're not gonna have? Well, every fighting game has some broken shit, but we're gonna have some wonky animations. Like I love their animations are either very hit or miss. Like I don't know if does anybody remember fucking goddamn what's his name the Terminator's low kick. Does anybody remember?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
My.
His low kick is an anti-air.
It's an anti-air. How is that possible? How did anybody miss that?
His low kick is an anti-air, son. That shit was annoying when Andre fucking was using that shit on me. I was like, what? Use an uppercut. Like, don't disrespect me with that. Do not disrespect me like this.
It's dumb shit like that, and then it's gonna be like, and then Netherealm and this is with all fighting games, so I'm not just blaming Netherealm, but Netherealm kind of does it the worst. Is that people will find something really cool, and then they'll nerf it. They'll nerf it right off the bat, and it's like, guys, come on, like, it's like,
copy and paste. That's
it's
it.
like fuck, and it's like, and I like to compare it to like MK, the beta for MK11. I don't know if anybody remembers that you could stack fatal blows. I mean, I think it was fatal blows or fatal fatal blows. You could stack fatal blows with each other. And they took that out for the whole entire game until Spawn was introduced. And then they gave that as a trait for Spawn. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then people was arguing with me. People was like, that would break the game. That's why they took it out. And I'm like, but you gave it to Spawn, and the more Spawn does it, the less damage he does. So,
I mean, they let me stack up. They let Jackie Briggs stack up her crushing blows.
And that's the thing. Jackie can do that, but no one else can do that. And it's like that's the thing about the game. I get that.
I mean, nigga, use up your crushing blows. It's a game advantage thing. You better get the conditions.
Yeah, but the problem I have with MK11 and the way how they did it was like it made the game boring. Like watching MK11 gameplay is boring because no one's really doing their crushing blows or fatal.
They play defense,
and that's fine. But when you're watching it,
very neutral.
And that's fine. That's
even
fine.
Liu Kang gameplay, I'm just every time I watch like with Liu Kang, I'm just seeing them block, throw a fireball, block, throw a punch.
Again, that's all part. That's all part of fighting games. My argument is that in terms of excitement, in terms of watching it, because I like spectating fighting games. I like watching fighting games because there's just certain fucking shits I can't do. I'm never gonna be able to do. But watching it is boring, and it's the most boring as shit. Boring. Not even and y'all complain about Street Fighter 5 being boring, but Street Fighter 5 watching Street Fighter 5 is like literally a chess match.
I would rather watch Street Fighter 5.
It is literally watching a chess match. It is like now with everybody getting new buffs and like new characters are coming into Street Fighter 5. Like, it's really interesting to watch. Mortal Kombat doesn't have anything going. Mortal Kombat 11 at least doesn't have anything going for it that makes it watchable. And at least when you in the beta when you could do the stacking of the fatal, I'm probably saying it wrong. The fatal blows.
It is fatal blows.
Yeah, it's the fatal blows, right? When you do the moves and they do the X-ray.
Okay. Yeah, you get the condition and get the X-ray.
Yeah. The fatal blows. Wait, at least when you could have stacked them, they look fucking sick as hell. It looked like the premiere trailer of MK 11. Like when they
Yeah.
showed off the Scorpion
Scorpion versus Raiden.
Yeah. When people were doing that in the beta, it looked fucking sick. I was like, holy fuck! It looked like you just demolish a nigga, and I was like, wow, this looks amazing. And it's so like I don't know how they're gonna handle a Marvel game. It's like, can we just get Marvel 4? I mean, like, you know, I don't know. I guess the only good thing that can come out of this whole shit is like.
But do you want to know my thoughts though?
No, fuck your thoughts. Nah, go ahead.
No,
man.
no,
You probably
no.
are excited. I know what you're gonna say, but yeah,
Look,
go for it.
cause y'all niggas ready? Yeah.
Go.
I mean, turn down y'all volumes, cause
I got this.
On Cena.
cause look, even if it's a rumor, I'm fucking excited, bitch. What? I'm excited as fuck.
Shame on you.
No, fuck you,
Damn.
Roy.
Shame.
Fuck my whole
Shame.
Roy. Yo, Roy.
JT,
you're
I
my
don't
man.
know,
Shame
man.
on
I'm
you.
worried.
Yo, Roy.
Bro.
Shame on you.
Look, Roy, no.
You're
nope,
supposed to
look,
appreciate
hey,
fighting
shut up.
games.
Nope.
How
Nope,
Roy.
could
shut up.
you?
Roy,
Nope,
I
shut the
don't
fuck
know.
up, shut the fuck
You're
up.
only
don't
saying this
know.
because
Roy.
you're good at Netherealm fighting games. How dare you?
This nigga is.
And I am. And I don't give a fuck. Because look, NRS
Wait,
is
pause.
one of my
I beat
favorite
this nigga
fighting
all the
games
time
studio of all time.
in Injustice 2. I beat him all the time, so no matter. Anywho, continue what you were saying,
Just
nigga.
because you beat him
That was
doesn't mean
that
he's,
was that
he's
was
actually
only
good at.
Injustice
He's actually
2.
good at those
That
games.
look,
Nigga,
shut
I
the
beat
fuck
you.
up. That was Injustice.
That's because you
2.
put on bullshit characters. I
and
brought you to it.
plus in Injustice 2, you was playing Flash. Flash is broken as fuck.
Flash is
So,
not
don't do
broken.
that.
He's
Play the broken characters.
You captain.
Nah,
Nigga.
Flash be wildin'.
Flash
was
not-
wildin'
all
in,
you have
in
to
1
do
and
is
2.
keep. Flash is so easy to beat. Keep away. Just play keep away and you good, my nigga.
Okay, but you know I don't play keep away. I want to be in your face too.
Oh well, you
and
get
play,
him
and
bop,
you,
nigga.
and you play a character that's in your face and who's faster. So don't give me that shit.
You getting
Don't give me
bop.
that
That's it, nigga.
Don't give me that shit. But nah, shut the fuck up. They're gonna have to give me my fee because I love Netherealm, son. I've loved Netherealm for
I like them
the
too.
longest since I was a child, bro. I love
them
Mortal
too.
Kombat. I fucking love Mortal Kombat, bro. So, you know, like, and I will say, like out of all the gaming studios that have given me great games that we talk about and all that, I only want to meet one fucking co-creator. I only want to meet Ed Boon. Like, that's the only nigga. That is the only person I want to meet because he's cool. He made one of the greatest games that I love. He's the only game developer, whatever, that I want to meet. Fuck everybody else. Netherealm is my studio, bro. And if they're going to touch Marvel, do it. Cause they're gonna get. I know for a fact they're gonna give Captain America, Spider-Man, and Iron Man like some of the best moves ever, and they're gonna name them. The naming when they name the moves, son. I fucking love when they name the moves because they be so clever, so intelligent with the fucking moves. Oh my god, I love Netherealm for that time.
That's great.
And the look, the animations for the move are gonna be great. Like, I don't care. I have full faith in Netherealm because they be on top of that shit. They be on top of that. I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck right now, bro. I've loved look because when Netherealm rebooted rebooted the franchise in MK9, I was like, yes, give me this shit and let me fuck up people. Like, look, I love the combo, love the combo structure. Like, I love the mechanics in Netherealm games because I'm sorry, like square or square triangle square with a down back button. Yo, that is mad easy. I don't know why anybody else can't fucking figure it out. But yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. How much is Netherealm paying you to suck their dick? All right.
Fucking no money at all, nigga. They don't have to.
How much is Netherealm paying you, bro? How much? I need some of that money, nigga.
I give Netherealm free promotions.
Oh my
Where's
God.
that Michael Jordan commercial for McDonald's?
Cause I love them, bro. And like, look, because I'm not just saying all this because
Kids don't do drugs.
like, and I'm not just saying this because I'm good at their games. Like that's like NetherRealm has a mechanic that I'm just best at their games. Like, but
Still beat you.
I'm not gonna be sitting here and be like, well, like, and that's like NetherRealm is probably the only studio that has the mechanics and combo structure the way that they do. Like everybody else is fucking copying Street Fighter or
They
like
literally copied
the
Street Fighter with fucking 11.
Now,
What are you talking
I'm not saying
about?
copying. I'm not. The copying is not the right word. Shut the fuck up. I know what it is. It's basic fighting game
Plagiarism.
buttons. It's basic fighting game. Your buttons. Your light, medium, heavy, quarter circle, blah 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 blah. Every fighting game is like that. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I love NetherRealm just because I'm best at their game because of this mechanic. I love all fighting games, and I will go and learn them and try to be as good in them as I can. Fucking, I play fighters with y'all all the time, but fucking hate those. I low key don't even like them buttons. I play Tekken with y'all niggas. I I'm terrible at Tekken, but I love the characters. I suck at Tekken, but I will still sit here and be like, yo, this is a great goddamn fighting game, and it is. Like, it's at tournaments and all that shit, isn't it?
Is that real OG?
But it's like, look, NetherRealm just does it for me. That's why they're my best studio, and that's why they, I will have trust in them because look, I love what they did with MK9, 10, and 11. I don't give a fuck who complaining about the footsies and the combo blah blah in MK11. Like, oh, it's not the
All
same
right.
as MK10. Like,
You know
yes,
some-
whatever.
So
But-
I have a question.
I
have a
can't
question.
even.
I have a question,
Mhm.
and this is a serious question. Do you still? When was the last time you played MK 11?
Oh, I haven't played MK11 in like months, but
Okay, your
I'll-
opinion
I'll-
is irrelevant. Shut up, nigga.
You
shut
know-
up.
but
Shut up.
look-
You don't
but
even
look,
play
you know
no
what it is?
more.
No.
Stop playing it with
Because-
all
oh,
of us.
because-
You dropped it, and you were like, "Who am I gonna play with?" Okay, we're done. No one plays that shit in our group except
I
you.
will look. Me and Andre will still probably get on MK11.
Andre,
like I think,
but you want to
Shao
get
Kahn-
bullied
Shao-
by this nigga?
Okay, I will. I always do, and then I still managed to beat him a couple of times. Like what?
2 out of
At Shao
2 out of
Kahn,
10?
he plays Shao Kahn. He plays Shao Kahn. I just heard Shao Kahn got a buff. So
We're gonna talk about that. What? Continue.
but no, yo, even though I haven't played MK11 in a good couple of months, it's just only because, nigga, I've been busy. So suck my whole dick.
You know something funny?
And,
you know something
and
funny?
I want to try,
Yeah,
and I
niggas-
want to try other games. But yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
You know something funny is that I can't even talk shit about you because I'm over here giving out free blowjobs to Arc System Works.
Yeah, like yo,
I'm like,
I mean,
but their
yeah,
games
I
be
don't know.
fire. Their games be fire. They just have shitty online.
right. Nah,
Their games do be fire. They got that trash
fire,
line, but
fucking,
in terms
fucking
of
crack,
in
bro.
terms of Guilty Gear, I'm like sucking Arc's dick mad fucking hard.
No,
I feel
guilty
sorry
gear and
for y'all.
fighters.
I feel sorry.
They're
for
all
y'all.
great. It's just that okay, yes, like MK11 has gotten a little stale. But I will still go back on that shit and be like, I want to kick some ass with Jackie and
So
and,
so let me ask you
Jackie
final
and
question.
what's it called? Friggin' what's my other
Rain?
collector?
Oh, correct.
No, but and that's another thing. I was starting to learn Rain, and I was starting to get good with him a little bit, and I was like, this guy is awesome.
Now let me ask you this question. Which one do you prefer, MKX or MK11?
Don't you dare!
Don't you? Nah.
I think
boy.
Don't you
I think
fucking dare!
Bro,
No.
Don't you dare!
Boy, let him speak. I'm putting him to the point.
I do prefer MKX. I do prefer MKX because it is faster
Okay,
paced.
God.
But the thing,
no
but
money.
the thing is,
All right, you're
but the
Relax.
thing is,
okay.
but the thing is, I'll play MK11 over it because it just looks better. It's just.
Oh
and
my!
then
I
look, look,
God.
I'm upset.
Stop it.
It
Have
looks
mercy.
better. It
Have
looks better,
mercy.
and I like
Calling
the-
Konami over for you.
I
You're
like
banned. You're gonna be banned.
I like the crushing blows. I like getting my crushing blows. I like getting trying to like set it up so I can like get that damage. I love it. Like even though
Not
there's
gonna
like
be saying that
universal
once they
uppercuts
remaster
or
MKX,
whatever.
if they ever do, you're gonna have the same
boy,
conversation.
if they
They ever
remastered
remaster it,
them,
and they keep it the same. They keep it the same, and they remaster it.
and it, boy,
Look,
man.
if they took MKX and just gave it MK11 graphics, I'd be playing that shit all day. Like
That
Listen,
every
proves the
day.
point.
But the thing is, but I'm not going. I'm not. But the thing is, y'all make y'all forcing me to pick MKX, but I'm not going to badmouth MK11. Fuck out of
We
here.
a
Yeah,
cult.
y'all can.
We convincing you to join us.
No, because I love them.
Join the dark
I love
side.
them both equally. I love them both equally.
Join the
Fuck
dark
y'all.
Oh no, get the.
I love I
Oh
love
my god.
no, shut the fuck up
I
because I
honestly.
favor MKX, but I love 11 just as much, and I'm not gonna badmouth one over the other. Like y'all not gonna y'all can't do it to me. Y'all won't because and and plus MK and then especially if they ever fucking get to put Ermac in MK11. I don't know if they're really like done supporting the game, but if they
We're gonna get
put
into
Ermac
that.
in MK11, that's gonna be my game forever because MKX has Ermac and that's my main.
Do
But
this to me.
but he's not in 11, and now I'm forced to change my main into Jackie and Collector, and maybe Rain. Sometimes I may play. No, I do not play Scorpion. Fuck him. Um,
Everybody plays Scorpion.
maybe a little Shao Kahn. Like I'll touch Shao Kahn a little bit. You know. There and and
Yes.
Sindel. Like I didn't. Sindel isn't in MKX,
And
but she's here in MK11, and
fucking
I've always I've always
Dot
I've
Zell.
always
Oh
wanted to
my
play
fucking god.
I've always wanted to play Sindel in a way where it'd be fun with her or something. Like
Dot
she was a
Zell.
9,
Oh my
she was a 9, but she didn't feel that fun. It was just like
Where's
stream a
Andre
little
when you
hair
need him?
whip.
I'm calling him right now.
god.
Doing the
Yeah,
path of
but
God right now.
but
I
no,
honestly, in terms
I'm
of
excited as fuck. Netherrealm, Netherrealm. If they end the talks with Disney and Marvel to make this fighting game happen, give it to me. I don't give a fuck. Give it to me.
I honestly, we'll see what happens. I personally would rather a Marvel vs. Capcom 4 than this because NetherRealm and fighting games is just iffy. It's really iffy on them. I just so far.
Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that opinion, but I will still sit here and be like, oh, I love NetherRealm, and they just do what
Yeah,
they do
I really honestly.
because look, this whole time we've been talking, y'all don't say shit about Injustice. Like y'all barely say shit about Injustice
I
because
did. I
y'all
literally just
did.
no,
did.
He
no, no, no,
literally
no,
did.
no. You,
I
Roy,
did.
Roy, no,
I
no,
li-
no, Roy, no, Roy. You will always because you just don't like NetherRealm's mechanics and
No, but
their
you
fight
said that
style.
we
I
haven't talked about Injustice, and I just
Okay,
literally brought up
no,
Injustice
no.
as an example.
Well, you brought it as an example, but it's not. You didn't use it as like an OD like super like oh I hate NetherRealm because they really like did this
But
really bad in
I did.
Injustice.
I literally brought up. I made a very detailed explanation of why I don't like their games in Injustice 2K over that topic.
Yeah,
Because you didn't
It
like
was
the
used literally as an example.
you didn't like the movements and such, but the characters you was fucking you was yo you play with me and you was fucking with Black Manta and you was getting good with him and I was like yo pick a Black Manta and be nice. Like what the
I
fuck?
think, and this is what brings me. Let me stop you right there. And I think that's what brings me to
Again, I
my
also
point.
said that I love the characters that they make. I love the characters,
That's what
the
I was.
art style.
That's what I'm gonna
But I
get
said I
at.
don't like the movement. Like I love the characters, and
Like,
I think they make beautiful games. But
like,
I don't like their movement
all
and
right.
everything that's going on, like the system mechanics like that.
I'm gonna bring you MK11 to like this conversation. Like for instance, for me, like I love the animation. What MK11 brings in terms of animation, like the way how they animate all the characters in terms of win pose, end pose, like even in combat, the way how they fight is amazing. Like look at Kung Lao, like. I ain't gotta say much. Like the way how he moves and animates and flips and dips, beautiful.
When you restrict the game, you ruin everything.
But
You make it on that kind of level, you turn all that
but then
beauty
you get
into
a
like just
character,
beauty.
yeah, and then you get a character like Sonya Blade, where it's like you guys kind of nerfed her for no reason. She had options, and now she's like kind of bland. It's like why didn't y'all
Game
just
is
nerf her?
basically a pretty model that can't read.
It's like, why did y'all just nerf her damage? No, it's just the same. We're gonna get into it in the next article, but it's just like the same thing about like Shiva. Shiva got nerfed.
Oh, yo, look, I hate.
And it's
Of course,
like
she been had to. Yo,
she
when I
You about
knew
to
she was
see
gonna
already
come
that
in the
jumps on
game,
you?
the
yeah,
jump
I
the
knew.
I
jump
know she deserved that nerf. I was watching the gameplay. It was
but
bullshit.
you already could punish that fucking shit already. She already had a nerf once and then you gave her another nerf. Like you could already punish it. I was like, okay, that
It was
nerf
still,
is fine.
it was still too good. It was still too good.
How is it still too good? Y'all niggas just suck, bruh. No, bruh. But anywho, it's
I
my
mean,
point.
people were still complaining about it. I was watching this girl stream. I was like, yo, this is some bullshit.
Yo, the point I'm trying to make is that MK is just the way how MK11 is in terms of like a technical game. And no, in terms of like how like animations and how fluid the animations are, it's dope for minor exceptions. In terms of gameplay, I just find it very, 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 very boring, and I don't like it. I just feel like the footsie style of MK is not fun at all. I don't like footsies in MK.
Yeah. That's and then
And
again, like
don't
at the
even
end
get
of
me
the day,
started on the story. Don't get me started on the story. But yeah, continue.
but at the end of the day, like I will like I'm not gonna be mad at y'all for like feeling like that because that's your preference, feel me? But I'm not gonna badmouth no other game because I love all the fighting games. But MK and Netherealm are just like that's my personal baby, feel me? So, but I do know, like
They're gonna
fighting
take
game wise,
options
like
away.
there are other games that do the fighting game thing. Feel me? Like NetherRealm is NetherRealm and their games is like the black sheep. Like like everyone
Really?
like
Are
all
they? Because
no no I
sell,
will no
they
yo
sell like
look
hotcakes.
no. It's not like I don't mean it like in that sense. I'm saying in the black sheep as like no one really likes it like that because of the mechanics and the buttons and the blah blah. Like everyone is used to the legacy way of playing fighting games. The light medium heavy quarter circle. Feel me? So people don't like the footsies aspect of it that it has now with the combination of well I
I
gotta
don't,
press square
I
square
don't mind the
down
footsie. I
back.
just think it's way too heavy. Like it's like as
Yeah, it's a
as
little too heavy.
it's like because I took the time to
It
actually
feels
go through a lot of the characters and look at it, and it's like a lot of the gameplay is like you're
it
again
feels
like
limited.
you're punished for playing aggressively. It's way too footsie standing back and neutral.
It
Even when I was
just feels
watching
limited
pro
for
players
me.
play
For
it.
me, my problem with MK11 is it feels just very limited. It just feels like you're stuck playing a particular role, and there's no like variation of that role. Like for instance, in MKX, yeah, MKX,
Mm.
like since you had the variation mode in that introduced the variation. Yeah, there were some variations that were weaker than others, but everyone played the character completely different. Like everybody played Sub-Zero, Grandmaster Sub-Zero completely different from Swordmaster Sub-Zero or like you
It
get what I'm
basically
saying?
had options,
It had
different routes,
options and different routes to fit your
different ways to
playstyle.
approach the character. While sticking to the
MK11
character's
at
playstyle.
least from what I played up until like the end of what I would say season 3 now or whatever had
Hmm.
no options because you could not use the variation moves. You couldn't use it on rank modes, and the only way to get the costumes is you had to go play it on rank. So, eh.
They
And
either
even
weren't good, they
or
either
yeah,
wasn't good options, or you just couldn't use them.
or yeah, you couldn't use them. Or even if you could use them, they were not very good. Like certain moves are just like, why the fuck is this even in the game? It's like it's like they had to fill out a list, and some of the moves are just broken. And then there's some variations that they've included, new variations that they included in this game, that they actually variations that they made for this game. The second variation, there's some of the second variations fucking suck. It's like, why would you? It's like for Kun Lao. I'm gonna use Kun Lao as an example because that's the character I play the most. It's like why. It's like, yeah, you gave him the great Kung Lao ghost. Cool. why would you take away his spinning, his tornado, moving tornado with a regular tornado? That shit is fucking trash.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why would you do that? And it's like, okay, I know people's gonna say, well, oh, just use variation 2. Okay, but in Mortal Kombat X, when you did his spinning orbiting hat actually made you completely safe. And this, it makes you half safe. It's like some people can jab you out of it, and it doesn't even hit. Some of the shit don't even hit you. It's like, oh my fucking god. But I'm using Kung Lao as an example, but there's other characters that's like that.
Like, I mean, yeah. But look, no, I don't know. Like everything in Netherealm is works for me. I don't like. Look, like I get some people are like tight about their variations or whatever, and
I mean, it probably is better now. It's probably better now because now all the variations are playable. But I just have no interest in going back to the game.
The only problem I've just been having is just like the very like actual like gameplay like stuff, like things that help in the game, like the armor breaking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, for certain characters it's just so trash.
Yeah, and the armor break system sucks in this game. Like in MKX, it was simply when you did armor break, it pushes the opponent off of you. And even
it was a combo break.
Yeah, it was a combo break, and even in Injustice 2, if you it pushes you back. It's like it pushes you back.
I mean, the clash system.
The clash, it had the clash system, and then they had the guard push block. Basically, it had push block.
Mm-hmm.
And those worked. In Injustice 2,
I just hated that it was only on the second round, bro.
Yeah,
that was sad.
That was sad, but at the same time, you had other ways of getting. That's another problem on its own hand. But my point is like the games feel limited, and that's what I don't want a Marvel fighting game to be. Is limited because Marvel versus Capcom is not limited at all. You have options upon options. And yeah, they're versus games. So versus games are completely different than a footsie game, than a regular fighting game. But if NRS is doing that, I am very worried because they have a tendency of lessening characters and not allowing people to do what they want. But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
They've done it with a few games already. So
it's
something. It's their new thing now, so it's something to be mindful of.
Yeah, it's like. I'm excited to see Spider-Man in the goddamn, what is it, the NRS engine and swinging around. That's cool. That's dope. But if Spider-Man can't fucking do a fucking mix-up or can only do one set of combo route, I don't know. Whatever. Moving on from that shit.
He's being restricted to very...
I think this last piece that I will say, though, is I feel like y'all very worried only because... it's Netherealm doing it, and it's
we just said that. We just said that.
We are.
I mean,
that's the main reason why.
I mean, but like it's also like Marvel characters. Like if it was like,
were you still gone when we said that?
Yeah.
No. I was there. I was listening in.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, like from that little piece that I heard, since y'all problem is that it's Netherealm doing it, it's Netherealm doing it with Marvel characters. If it was any other set of probably characters, y'all would have been like, oh, all right, let's just see what they do. I feel like y'all would be
no. I still would have been the same way. In fact, now that I'll play this dance with you. Now that it is Marvel characters, I'm even more worried because I've always wanted a Marvel versus DC fighting game. Because Netherealm can fucking do it. Their animation, I just praised them on their animation, and they have cool stories. Like I would love that.
Praise them on everything else, but the way the games are playing.
It's just the way how their
only thing we don't
play is weird, bruh. And even watching it, it's just boring, bruh. It's boring. It's like the most boring shit. It's like I'm basically gonna buy the game for the story, because I know Netherealm's story is going to be cinematic, it's going to be great, and then that's it. I don't think I'm gonna want to play it or go online, go on matches, unless they're showing me like Spider-Man and a different types of armors slash suits, and you can customize it. By the way, the customization in MK11 fucking trash compared to in Injustice 2, but whatever. Anywho, like unless it's something on like on that level.
I mean, I think it's just that there's a lot of content and people making skins and costumes
Some of the
for
skins are
these
really
characters.
fucking garbage
Look, no,
skins.
no,
I'm sorry.
no, in DC in Injustice, they had a lot to work with, so that's why they had so
Nah,
much
you literally
different
have tons
things
of
for them.
fucking artists and writer and artists in Netherrealm. You mean to tell me they can't make custom outfits and you can mix and match like in Injustice?
I mean,
That's
look,
fucking
yeah,
no.
yeah. I understand like the skins are not all that like, especially for a couple characters,
A lot of
but
the
like
skins are fucking trash. It's like a
We should
lot
probably
of
get to
them.
the next topic.
Yeah, sorry, we wasting time. I'm trying to get y'all out of here, but not excited. But
mm,
we'll see how it goes. But I'm just very hesitant. Anywho, moving on. Speaking of patches, MK11 actually finally had new news. Niggas got nerfed. My girl Sheba got nerfed. Yay. Yay. And Joker got
yeah.
buffs.
Why does Joker need to get
Actually,
fucking
no,
buffed for?
Joker got nerfed. He actually got nerfed. And Cetriel got nerfed.
Citroen got nerfed. Fuck that bitch.
Um, Fujin got, I guess, an adjustment. He
Fuji
got
need
an
a buff.
adjustment
Adjustment or a buff?
adjustment to his knuckle barrel, his down forward kick, whatever that is. Um, RoboCop got buff.
RoboCop, like, come on.
And the winner and John Rambo I think got nerfed. Wait. Is yeah he got slight
Rambo
he got slight nerf, but he's still fine. But the big winner
has
of
3 less recovery frames on block. Oh
yeah
my god.
yeah, but the biggest winner is Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn got a shit ton of buff.
Oh my god. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he has the
got
longest on this list.
he got the most buffs and
Let's see. You will never win. Now has 3 less recovery frames and can now be 2-in-1 canceled with flawless block. Oh my god.
yeah he
Wait,
they're just fucking it. I
ground
don't.
shatter has 4 less recovery frames and more pushback on block. Oh my
Yeah, it
god.
pushes you.
Ground
It
shatter.
pushes the opponent back. Now I was like, what the fuck?
Yo, ground shatter amplify now has more pushback on block. 10 more block stun frames and is now a mid block. Oh my
And
god.
and that's all. All I wanted to say on this is one, they've nerfed my baby girl, of course, because y'all niggas can't deal with shit. Anywho,
Yo, it's the delay. It's the
whatever,
delayed version, bro. I'm not
whatever.
gonna. Yo, I
Y'all
can
niggas
block.
fucking
I can block
trash.
the normal. I can block the normal version, or I can dodge the normal version.
I
It's when niggas start doing the delayed shit. I'm just like, this move is gonna hit me all the time.
listen. At the end of the day, my baby girl got nerfed. But my question is,
Fuck her. Fuck her, bro. Like,
my question
look.
is,
Look. I knew. I mean, since y'all complain all the time about MK11's structure and all that and how the game is played, I knew that Shiva or any 4-armed nigga coming into this game was gonna be a problem. I knew if they pick Goro, Shiva, or Kentaro, they're gonna have the jump and it's gonna be a problem. It's not going to be fun in this game to deal with. In MKX, I believe, or I don't know if anybody had the stomp uh in MKX. I don't know if Goro did. But if he did, it would have been easier to dodge because at least there's a run mechanic in MKX, so I could run out the goddamn way.
mm-mm. Listen. At the end of the day, fuck y'all niggas for nerfing my girl. But this brings the question up to me. Since they're already doing like patch notes still, do y'all think there's gonna be another season of this game? Because I think they should fucking move on. Cause fuck this game. But um,
No, they said that they would support it for a while, and if it's and this is NRS and MK is their baby, so let's say for what MKX they supported it for
Mm-hmm.
like a good year and change,
Mm-hmm.
a good year and change, and if they really want to support MKX and this, I mean MK11 and this day baby, like they should probably support it for like 2 years and change. So maybe there's gonna be another set of characters because I myself, as I said, I want to see Ermac in this game. It is not fair that you gave him a good looking skin and everything, a nice design, and he's dead.
Fuck
That's not
that
fair.
nigga.
That is not cool.
Fuck
He's
that
one of the
nigga.
but he's one of the he's one of the original ninjas. Like, come on, son.
Fuck him.
Don't do that.
Fuck him. Anywho, this nigga
But
is.
yeah.
This game is. I think this game is reaching its last leg. Like we haven't heard anything from it. We haven't even heard of like new costumes or anything. So this game is kind of like officially like on its last leg. We probably might hear something about DLC next month because next month it's E3 supposedly. So yeah, we'll see, but whatever. Moving on, the Guilty Gear beta came out this weekend. It's probably
This
ended
I
by
think
the
it started like around Friday.
yeah.
It's already done.
It's already done by the time of this recording, but people was already like crying that their precious Leo got nerfed. Characters got nerfed from what I've heard.
Yeah, Leo got nerfed. Even though
Yeah,
like
and
they kind of just like missed the target. Like the character, two characters that will be a problem in this game is Axel and Potemkin.
yeah,
But
Potemkin
why
got
would you
he got
like?
slightly nerfed,
And
but he's still
Leo is a
a
loved
monster.
character. Leo is one of the most loved characters in the series, and it's like why would you? Leo wasn't even broken. He was playing like him, sort of like himself in the original. He was still playing the way he plays. But I'm like,
Well,
why would you target him when you
according
can
to
target
Max, according
Potemkin?
to Max, because this whole situation of the nerf blew up big because Maximilian, for those that don't know, he's like a YouTuber, one of one of the biggest YouTubers, one of the Papa of the FGC. Anywho, he posted a tweet, and I saw this tweet, and I was like, Max, I guarantee you, people's gonna misread this shit. He said that they was taking away shit that was cool because from what I gathered, Leo had a move where when he goes to the other side of you, um, he can hit you and then go into a combo. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And they took that away from what I gathered. And
Why?
Max came out in a Twitter and was like, this game is starting to remind him of like how Street Fighter 5 was. And I instantly knew what he was saying, which is the same complaint I made about MK11 beta, which is limited shit. I mean, like, you found stuff that was cool about the character, and then when the beta or the full game comes out, they took it away for no fucking reason. It wasn't broken, it wasn't anything. You just took it away, and it made the game less fun.
I
And
made it.
yeah, like I got what he was saying, but I also want to say that a game is not also about like characters getting stuff removed. A game also is about like footsies and like learning different ways of getting around your opponent. Now I know we just had an argument about MK11, but I don't think this is a bad thing that he got nerfed because the game's not fully out yet, and eventually you're gonna see some crazy shit still.
I mean, yeah, they could always put it back in.
They could, but I don't think they're gonna. But I would say,
There's something to keep in mind about because
yeah,
the route that Guilty Gear Strive is going,
the
a lot of
game is
places are
already
already going that route. So it's like keep it in mind now before it becomes a problem.
Yeah, and this is the reason why I'm bringing all this up is like you gotta be careful. This is exactly what I'm saying, and it's like there's other things
Even
that go
now-
into a fighting game. Wait, hold on. There's other things that go into a fighting game, but when you take away shit and it's just like you're not giving characters you're not giving us like an incentive or like another option, it kind of makes the game boring. And I'm a little worried about Strive not lasting long. A little bit. I just hope it's really still good. I hope my character Kai is still fun. But yeah, what you were saying, Roy? My bad.
I was about to say that. Wait, hold on, I lost my train of thought. So yeah, I mean that was like one of the biggest issues with a lot of people was the limiting of options. I mean, it's already been known for like a lot of characters that people don't love. Like, I mean, although Dolphin Girl is broken, she's always gonna be stupid. She is less. She is kind of. I can't even say it with a straight face. She is less herself than she was in previous games, and I think taking away options is a bad thing because again, like Jahi said, it's not a good thing. It makes the game less fun. At least it makes the game stale. You know, having
Because you're
options
just
keeps
watching
the game
characters do the
fresh. It
same
allows you to
shit.
play. Allows you to play the characters in a very unique way while sticking to the characters' playstyle and using their abilities in different ways. But also, it makes you having options and variety in fighting games is very important because it makes you less predictable. Which means every time someone goes up against, for example, because I main Jam, Jam is my main. You go up against a different Jam player every time. They're going to be playing that character in a different way. You're not going to know what to do. You're going to be having all types of weird techniques and combos and shit they're going to be using with that character. Options keep the game fresh and more keeps you guessing, keeps you on your toes while you're playing. It's not like, yeah, jump in. I know that this, you shouldn't be blocking everything without worrying about something being there. Like you should always feel like you're on your toes, and there should always be options and different combo routes players invest into the game so that way they can play. Because like, it sucks when you like a character the way the character plays, you can't play it because there's no other options. Like, what if I can't do this combo route? What if I'm just not able to physically do it? There should be options for me to approach the character in a different way while sticking to that character's playstyle. There needs to be options there because
Yeah.
a lot of combos that you see, they're either too long, they're too hard. Because like when you copy, like I eventually got to a point when I was playing fight games where copying someone is not a good idea. Don't
Yeah.
you remember something? It's like when I was playing against James and everyone else and Guilty Gear, all these strings, all these cool crazy shit I'm doing with these characters are shit that I made because I'm going to remember it. I'm not copying someone else. And it's also not fun to copy someone else because they made strings that they can do and remember that they do on replay.
Or
They're
optimal. There's a string
yeah,
that's
they're
optimal.
optimal for
Yeah.
them. It's optimal for the character, but also optimal for them. They're gonna play the character like that. Guilty Gear Strive is like they're already. It's like even when I was playing like a lot of characters, I was like, shit, I was running into issues where it was hard for me to mix it up because there was no way
Mhm.
to like change up what I'm doing because I only have these tools and they only work this certain way.
Yeah.
I'm not trying.
Mhm.
I'm becoming too predictable. Like my opponent knows I'm gonna do it, and it's hard to change it. It makes me more baitable. It makes me more baitable. Like
And this is what brings me back to what I was saying. It's like, yeah, fighting games are more than just like, oh, do the cool combo. It's like, yeah, you gotta actually think about like
the
position
fight.
and like the fight and like other things. But like, I can only talk from someone who again enjoys fighting games, but no, I'm never gonna be that fucking great at them. And watching them, it gets kind of boring when you see when you see somebody play and they do the same fucking shit over and over and over again. You see it over and over again, and there's no excitement, and it just feels like you could just watch it and feel like, yeah, that character is very limited. And I was watching like old Guilty Gear and seeing like how characters have a lot of moves in the original Guilty Gear. Like,
a lot of shit. They have a lot
yeah,
of
I was
routes. Like
like,
there's a lot of
wow.
shit they can do.
And I was like, I guess,
Especially in
but
fucking Guilty Gear Extra. Like there's still a lot of shit. If you see Leo in Extra, it's just there's options. Like the game Guilty Gear keeps you with all these options, and options are just important. And just having a tool. These tools also lets you. It also it's past the whole matchup thing, which is like it shouldn't be like your tools help you get around matchups and learn matchups. Like you
mm-hmm.
have if your character is so limited, if someone plays a certain character, you're just always gonna lose. But if you have these tools, you have a fighting chance.
True,
Need
true.
these tools in order to have a fighting chance. It's because I hate the idea of bad matchups. I understand there should be matchups, of course. That's any fighting game. There should be matchups. But I don't like the whole idea of, oh, I have a bad matchup. I'm 100% going to lose. Regardless of how good I am at the game. Like, I don't agree with that. I think there should be options. I think every character should have a set of tools that are flexible to deal with the entire roster. And that should be kept in mind when making the roster. Make sure that all the characters have ways to fight these characters. It might not be the best. You might have like a 25% chance of winning. That's still 25% versus 0%.
All I'll say is like as long as you if you're gonna take away something, please replace it with something cool. And I know Leo has, from what I gathered, again listening to Max because he played the character so much.
That
Um,
ruins the character a lot because that's literally his thing. That's what you just described. That's literally his thing.
but he has a
That
grapple.
is his core move.
But
That
that
is
but
one of his core moves to keep up his pacing. Like that's a part of his play. Like taking that away is a big thing. That's like taking away May's dolphin.
but 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 again, he has a grapple, so he's gonna be fine. But I just am worried anytime a fighting game is like taking away options, and it's like I worry about that because it makes the game kind of stale in my opinion because you're just seeing characters just do the same shit over and over because it's viable. Again, there's other ways of playing a fighting game. I know there's other mechanics and stuff that goes into a fighting game, but from spectating, it's just kind of boring. But yeah, like so this was that's all I gotta say on this. We moving on. Hopefully people got to play the beta because the beta was out.
Beta wasn't doing so hot this time. It wasn't doing
Really.
so hot. It wasn't hitting. Like I didn't play it, but from when I was watching Max live stream, even he was like, it's not. It was really buggy. It was like last time it was just the servers were crashing because everyone was
Mm-hmm.
on it. This time the servers are like he would constantly have to log in and out, in and out. Like if he would move up a floor, he would cut him off. It was like there was so many ways you can get kicked out of lobby and have to restart and everything. He was doing it a lot
Okay.
on live stream. It was this beta was like this beta
Ooh.
was bad. Like this beta
Oof.
it was nothing to really be a part of. Like even I didn't want to really play it because I was like I'm not gonna deal with
Oh
that.
my
Like the last one, it was
goodness.
just like going down because people were playing it too much. But once they got it back up, it was playing just fine. This one is like okay,
I'll check out Twitter after this and see like how people was responding. But yeah, this
they fixed it. It wasn't crashing because everyone was on it. It was crashing when people were like, it was crashing over simple shit. It was just buggy. The
oh
servers are working, but it's buggy.
oh well they
It was
got
just,
time. They got
now it's crashing because of some other shit now.
well they got time. They got a whole month to figure it out. So hopefully they get it out.
This game needs a delay. It needs a delay. I don't. I know people are gonna say no, no. I'm like no. I would rather the game come out polished than
Mm-hmm.
fucking. I would
Mm-hmm.
rather not repeat Cyberpunk. I would rather like
Please, can you
after
not?
everything I've been through with that, I'm like no, I would rather. I'm patient. I'm a good noodle. Okay, I'm a good noodle. I'm gonna wait. Patient. I promise.
All
Just
right.
take your time and make this game good.
All right. Well, we about to wrap it up. All right, we're gonna go through all of these really fast, really fast. So let's go speed round. We're going into the speed force.